evening, MEA audience, and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Janelle Savaya, and we want to welcome you to our segment, Secrets of the Law. Today I have with me Pradeep and Ibrahim, and we're going to talk a little bit about our firm and why we are here today. So Pradeep, let's start with you. Why don't you introduce yourself to the audience and tell them a little bit about yourself?
Yes, thank you. Hi, my name is Pradeep Savanthanathan. That is an Indian and Sri Lankan name. That's where my parents are from. I was born and raised here. Most people call me Siva for short. That's S-E-V-A. That's the name of the firm. I am an attorney. I've been practicing for nearly 18 years now. I was doing insurance defense for the first about 4 years of my career, and then I switched over to the plaintiff side and started the Siva Law Firm. And we are now a fairly large firm based out of Troy, Michigan, and I look forward to telling you more about the firm and some of the educational aspects of, I believe, what you should know about how to handle a lawsuit and how to hire an attorney and go forward with that. Thank you.
And Ibrahim, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with the Siva Law Firm?
Okay, well, my name is Ibrahim Hamoud. I've been with the Siva Law Firm for 7 years now. It's been a great journey. A little bit about me is I was born in Lebanon, and I've been practicing law now for about 13 years. I actually grew up in Canada, and then been here in the United States for the last 18 or so years, and it's been a great journey, and yeah, I'm excited to share what we know as lawyers in the law field.
Awesome. Pradeep, why don't you explain to the MEA audience why you decided to come on TV today and talk to them?
So my goal with this segment and going forward, and we're going to have a couple of episodes going forward, is to bring some education to the Middle Eastern and Arabic community about what a lawsuit entails, whether it is irrespective of what kind of lawsuit it is. And we focus mostly on personal injury, auto accidents, dog bites, those types of cases. And we wanted to educate those in the Middle Eastern community as to what they should look forward to in these lawsuits, what you can file a lawsuit for, what you cannot file a lawsuit for, what you should expect from these lawsuits, from a monetary standpoint, from a health standpoint, and these personal injury cases. And we wanted to give you some advice and some of the secrets, I guess, as to how to be successful in these lawsuits, because a lot of the attorneys that we see just want your business and want you to sign with them, but they don't really tell you how to make your cases successful and how to proceed with these cases to obtain the optimal recovery, because ultimately that's what you're looking for, is to try to get your health back to how it used to be, but also get the maximum compensation. So it is not just you hire a law firm or hire an attorney and then you get a result. You have to participate. You have to understand what the case is about and what you need to do to put yourself in the best position for success.
Okay. Ibrahim, or we call you Abe. So you were born in Lebanon, grew up in Canada, so you're very involved in the community. So what can you bring to the Middle Eastern community? Why should people call you?
Well, I do speak fluent Arabic. A lot of clients appreciate that. Another thing clients appreciate is the fact that they know that with me, we, as lawyers, we have the obligation to be confidential with all clients. And anything that was shared with us is privileged, but it's also confidential. Some clients fear, at least with me, I'm told that what they appreciate with me is the fact that everything's confidential. Even the names of my clients are not shared with anybody. The people that come to me, it's not shared with anybody. I don't share anything with anybody in the community. Even my own family members, or even my wife, I don't share with her anything, any names or anything going on, really. So clients feel comfortable coming to me for that reason as well. And there's many reasons why Lebanese clients appreciate coming to me. You know, I'm part of the community myself. I was born there. I'm there all the time. I know what we're looking for. I know what we want and need out of a case, and I know how to accomplish it.
And you're well versed in the culture, and that makes people more comfortable around you.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so, yes.
Okay. All right.
And I'd like to add to that, that, you know, we have Ibrahim, who is a fluent speaker in Arabic, and then we also have Janelle, who's with our firm, who is a fluent speaker in Chaldean. And I think between that and then myself and the other attorneys and staff that we have, we are a global law firm that we can address all of the issues within the Arabic community and outside of the Arabic community. And we have that additional language support that a lot of law firms don't have, but also there's a lot of Arabic law firms that some in your community may not want to go to because they are too involved and too many people are known in that firm. We are a little bit more removed. We're in Troy. We have an office in Detroit, and we now have a small office in Canton. We're removed from your specific traditionally Arabic-speaking communities, and we are, so if you want to leave that area but still be comfortable with a fluent Arabic-speaking attorney or fluent Chaldean-speaking paralegal and staff, we have that here at our firm, and we think we can give a lot more than a lot of the other firms in that aspect.
Okay. So the last question I'll pose to you, Pradeep, is why choose the SIVA Law Firm?
Great question. So, and I think I hit on some of this when we started, is we have at our firm, we have an intent to make sure that every client that we bring in has a successful outcome. And we've done very well traditionally over the last 12 years that we've been now 13 years in practice with this firm. I've been an attorney again for nearly 18 years, and my goal is, regardless of what type of client you are, if you have the smallest case, you know, a $1,000 case, or if you have a $1 million case, we treat you the same, and we make sure that we give every client the level of respect, the level of understanding, and the level of commitment to each one of these clients, regardless of how big or how small they are. So that's number one. We want to make sure that every client feels special. Number two, we have been a very successful firm, and we've been recognized as that. We've won all sorts of awards. Multiple attorneys in our firm have won the coveted Super Lawyer Award, which is given to the top 5% of attorneys in the state. I've been a super lawyer now for 10 straight years. We've also won several awards given by numerous legal publications, D-Business Magazine, Cranes Magazine. It's all on our website. You can look it up. We've also won numerous trials in our law firm. We are a firm that is not scared of going to trial in a case. If you are not getting the offer that you want on your particular case, we're not just going to say, hey, take the settlement because we're scared to go to trial. We will go to trial and make sure you have the best possible prosecution of your case. On top of that, we are able to handle a lot of our appeals in-house. A lot of firms can't do that. They have to send their appeals of issues outside of the firm. We don't do that. And then, you know, finally, again, we have multiple offices in the state of Michigan, in Detroit, Troy, Canton, with a large staff that we can address all of your issues. And so I think that, you know, our firm is the best in the state for personal injury. I honestly believe that. We've been recognized as such. I urge you to go look us up on our website at www.sivafirm.com. And I feel like over the next couple months, we are going to give you a flavor of what we can do and why you should come see us.
So before we close, Ibrahim, do you want to say something to the audience, just kind of a closing, you know, last few words?
Yeah, of course. I am actually excited about this show and to come back and to really get into some of the nitty-gritty things that the clients want to know about, that the potential clients out there want to know about, or just anyone listening for any reason, you might want to know some interesting tidbits that goes on out there with the insurance field, with the law field, the litigation field, and the types of tips and tricks and things that could help you get ahead in your case, and the type of pitfalls to watch out for. When it comes to our law firm, so I've been with Pradeep and the Siva law firm for 7 years. It's been amazing. There is a advantage, many advantages to working there, and there's many advantages to being a client of that firm that you don't get anywhere else. I've been involved with several firms over the years. You get to see how they operate. You get to see what type of services are offered. And there are some pretty good firms out there. However, I have not seen the level of professionalism, the level of results, the level of hard work, intelligence you're getting from every staff member, the level of competence you're getting from everybody. Really, you don't really see that. I don't think I can think of another firm that has that basically what you're getting offered as a client, I don't think can be matched at Siva Law Firm, and all our clients agree. Everybody that comes to us is happy and blessed, and we're blessed to be able to help them.
So because this is called Secrets of the Law, before we close, why don't we give the audience, I wouldn't say all of the secrets, but maybe one tidbit secret or some pointers on when you initially get into a motor vehicle accident, because that is the top thing that our firm specializes in. So Pradeep, do you want to take that one away? And then maybe Ibrahim, you could add on to that. But let's start with Pradeep.
Right. So this is a short segment. So there's a lot that we want to get out there, and we want to educate the MEA TV audience with. When you get in an accident, there are many steps that you can take at the start to establish a claim that will make your case successful. We're going to get in. I would like an entire segment on that, and we're going to do that. But just to start and give you a flavor. So when you first get in a car accident, a lot of people are immediately thinking, oh, I have injuries, I need to get treatment. And secondly, oh, I wonder if there's any money to be made from this, if I'm able to get compensation. The number one thing you need to do is, even before you get in an accident, there's a step that we need to take, that we need to get out to the community. And that step is, do not opt out of your medical coverage when you buy auto insurance. There is a new, as of 2019, the legislature changed the law so that you can opt out of allowable expenses, or you can opt out of what we call your medical coverage when you get in an auto accident. And you can do that if you have health insurance. The problem with that is you're very limited on the doctors that you can treat with if you opt out of your medical coverage. And that becomes a problem later on, because the value of your case in these pain and suffering cases, and when you're trying to get compensation, is based on the quality of the care you receive. So if you are only getting the minimal care, which is typically what you can get through basic health insurance, your case is not going to be worth a lot of money. And you're not going to be able to heal as fast as you should. You're also going to be limiting yourself from a major aspect of these PIP claims called attendant care. If you opt out of medical coverage through your auto insurance, you're going to be unable to pursue attendant care, which is a huge benefit for you for getting better, because this is someone getting paid to help you with your personal needs on a day-to-day basis. The auto insurance companies have to pay for someone to help you with getting your clothes on, getting to the bathroom when you're injured. If you're unable to get out of a chair for a while, which happens all the time in these serious accidents, if you've opted out of your medical coverage through your auto insurance, you cannot get the auto insurance to pay for this. And that is a problem, because you're going to miss that coverage, and you're also going to miss the money that's coming from it. Because let's be honest, there's a value to that. And so step one, even before getting into the accident, making sure that you have the right coverage is probably the most important tip I can give to the community going forward.
Ibrahim, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I want to add something quick to what Pradeep was talking about, is that these opt-out forms, you might get them from your insurance agent, even though you did not opt out. They might send you these forms to sign because they send them to everybody. If you sign it and later, even though you didn't opt out, later on when you try to make a claim, some lawyer is going to find this piece of paper where you signed an opt-out and is going to try to take away your insurance coverage. Essentially, and another thing I wanted to point out is that if you're dealing with any publicly traded insurance company, generally owned by like Berkshire Hathaway, companies like State Farm or Allstate, you can go down the list. There's certain insurance companies that we will call them out.
Well, why don't we call them out? Why don't we tell them?
Well, I just did. State Farm.
Okay. So why don't we tell the audience? Why don't we tell the audience which ones maybe to stay away from?
I think we should probably address that in another segment. I think that's too big of a topic to cover in this.
Right. Yeah. But essentially, what a lot of these insurance companies want to do, and because they're going to try to offer you lower rates, but really what you're just getting is a piece of paper. Their business model is to not pay you. Their business model is to deny your benefits with one of their paid-for doctors, their mercenary doctors, and then what they're going to do is then drag you out in court for 2 years or the claim process. And a lot of times, I have clients that will say, "Okay, look, I want to just do the claims on my own because it seems like they're receptive to me." But what happens is you end up getting stringed along with a carrot for a year or more, and then when they come to me, I get clients that come to me after that. They're like, "I tried to do it on my own. I wanted to save money and not pay a lawyer." Well, what happened then is that your claims will be time barred because you waited too long. So now you can't even do a lawsuit. And they train these adjusters to do that. They train them to do any trick they can against you in order to not pay you any money. If you come to a lawyer as soon as possible, a trained lawyer, like we have at Siva Law Firm, we will tell you exactly what the game is, what they're trying to do to you, and how you can maximize your recovery.
Okay.
And getting back to the original question that you asked, which was, what can we do when someone first gets in a car accident to increase the success of their claim or increase the value of their claim? I talked about what you should be doing before the claim even initiates or before you get in an accident, which is get the right coverage. But specifically, right after you get in an accident, what should you be doing? One thing you need to do is you need to call in your claim. You need to make sure you get all the information about the vehicle that hit you. Those two are very important. You want to file a claim with your insurance company, but you do not want to give them too much information. Okay, you need to go to the hospital right after, establish that an injury occurred, established that the specific parts of your body that you feel are hurt are actually hurting by getting a medical record from the hospital, and then going forward and getting additional treatment. You don't want any lags in treatment when you're making these claims, because the way the insurance company looks at lags in treatment, and when I say lags in treatment, I mean you go to a hospital on January 1st, and then you don't get another doctor visit until February 1st. That is too long of a period where you don't get treatment. And the insurance company looks at that as, oh, they must not be that injured if they're waiting this long. They must be going to the doctor now because they think they want to make a claim and make a personal injury lawsuit out of it. You've got to think about it that the insurance company, they do this for a living. They've seen thousands, if not millions of these cases per year. What you think, you're never going to know more than them about the process. So it's very important for you to go out get that treatment and continue that treatment. Listen to the doctors, do what they tell you to do, and don't try to take any shortcuts. That is really the key. And then once you've established an injury, and not everyone has an injury, and not all of you have a case, and that's another thing to recognize. Don't try to make something out of nothing. If you're not injured, don't go to the doctor. Don't get a lawyer. We don't want to taint good cases with people making false claims. We don't want to be complicit in fraud. That is not what our firm is about, and that's not what the community should be about. The community should be about making valid claims. But if you have a valid injury, make sure you document that quickly and often.
Thank you both, and we want to thank the MEA audience for joining us tonight, and we hope that you tune in for our next segment. And again, if you have any legal matters that you need assistance with, please give our office a call at 248-385-5704. And again, we hope to see you on our next segment of Secrets of the Law, where we'll share more secrets with you. Thank you.